94, 98.
Welcome to the Break Room, everybody. Our 100th episode.
Wow.
The Break Room, of course, is the daily.
Whoa! That was a real bottle.
Whoa!
3D. What are we, Avatar?
Hope you had your glasses on. This is the daily nerdy news show that talks about everything you need to know. Live from the new Rockstars headquarters here in Los Angeles, California. We've been doing this. This is our 100th episode.
I can't believe it.
And we're going to have all kinds of wild, fun, interesting celebrations of that milestone later. But first,
100 days of celebrations, I believe, is what it calls for.
That's
For
right.
the next 100 episodes, we'll be celebrating the first 100.
Yes.
That's right.
After this episode, my body will be carried 90 miles to Pacoima.
Oh no.
Tommy will shed his mortal form.
They'll be doing the procession 2,700 miles to Rochester, New York, where I'll be laid down in front of Nick Tahoe's and eaten alive by a pack of street rats.
The sleeper has awoken. But first, we're going to talk about the news of the day, including today we're getting into a little bit of She-Hulk, those sneaker Easter eggs from the last episode.
Sneaker eggs.
We're going to talk some scary movies because it's scary movie season. We are actually going to talk about Andor today. Confirmed.
Promise.
We promise we're going to get to some Andor discussion. We're going to talk some Loki season 2. We usually have some cool, it's a little nugget of news that I think we're going to blow out and make really fun.
Oh, we're going to blow it out.
And of course, speaking of blowouts, we're going to get wild, wet, weird, wacky for our 100th episode.
That's right.
Some
From our
would say,
sippers to our gippers.
oh,
I want to try to guess every time you do it. It's so hard.
you got to start pausing, Tommy, when you say from our blank to our blank. Also, we appreciate everybody. We're already seeing you in the chat. Thank you to everybody that's saying happy 100th. And thank you, Brian K. already sending in a super chat.
Yeah.
Thanks for the 100th episode. Love there, Brian.
Can you guys see our lower halves? Someone said dress dapper up top and fun lower half.
Oh, well, just
know.
you wait.
I am wearing sweatpants.
Just you wait till you see Tommy's lower half. And I mean that in all senses of the word.
And by the way, you can check that out on my Instagram in my link tree. That'll be the old OnlyFans, folks. It dropped today, and that's not the only thing that dropped. My pants dropped as well.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Thanks for watching, Mom. We really appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you, Tommy's mom. For every $100 we get in Super Chats today, we're going to have a fun redemption where this is wild, but we actually broke into our own office.
That's right.
To steal some copywritten songs that were written for the break room.
Yes.
So now this is a snake eating its own tail kind of situation. We've broken into Warner Brothers, we've broken into Sony in the past, we've broken into Disney to steal songs written for our favorite properties, and then we sing those songs for you on the show. Today we're singing break room songs stolen from the break room.
That's right.
And if this is your first episode of the Break Room, where have you been? But if you don't remember, this is something we do. We've stolen songs before. We recently stole some Andor songs.
Yeah.
I think we have a clip. This is our 100th episode, so we got some clips. This is what this situation is about. Previously, before we had stolen some Morbius songs, I think we have a clip of one of those songs.
It's written by Cardi B. It's written by Cardi B. It's a Cardi
That's a
B
big
joint.
get for Morbius.
And they didn't put it in the normal movie.
Wow.
They put it in
Saved
extra.
it. They saved it.
So
Are you allowed to say what the name is?
it's called Strong and Bloody.
Okay.
Sad. It's sob.
Yeah,
Right?
so-
Certified creep. 7 nights a week. Strong and bloody. Milo wants a taste of me. Yeah. 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 Yeah, you messing with some Dr. Morbin. Bring your enemy and a vein for some Dr. Morbin. Bring your sister and a cane for some Dr. Morbin. That's all I could take. There was
So yeah, that was a Morbius song, but we have other songs that we've stolen from Philip. He keeps them in his safe. He's gonna release now. That's what I call a break room album.
Yeah.
But we've stolen some of the songs. So every $100 in super chat.
the songs that I
Where's the
took
song?
from Philip's office are so ridiculous and wild, and I can't stress enough that Philip wrote these. These are all written by Phil.
I actually found a song I believe was meant for a conceptual children's album.
Oh my gosh.
And then I found another one that I think was maybe written 40 years ago.
Oh, very strange.
Yeah.
Way before New Rockstars ever existed. Well, again, hopefully we get to see a couple of those if folks throw some doubloons in the chat there. But first, we need to get to some headlines.
Yeah.
Beautiful graphic. first and foremost, we all enjoyed A, last week's She-Hulk, B, Jessica's breakdown of last week's She-Hulk, C, we didn't get, that was the first episode, we didn't get a post-credit scene, I believe, right?
Yeah.
But we did get those nice, like, kind of courtroom illustration style images spliced throughout, and one of Bug and, what's her character's name?
You say bug?
Pug.
Pug. Okay. All right. I'm not the one breaking it down.
Pug and Nikki.
Pug and Nikki in front of a wall of superhero-themed sneakers, right?
yes.
And Jessica did a great job of trying to label what superhero went with every sneaker. Very completionist there. But She-Hulk director Anu Valia, I think that's how they pronounce their name, I hope, was asked about that and about the lack of a post-credit scene in that episode. And she said in an interview with TV Line that I can't speak to that. All those Easter eggs in that drawing, a lot of other minds had input there, and I did not, so I can't really speak to that, which is a non-response.
Give us answers.
But other minds, that's
Anu,
interesting.
Come on the break room. Stop dodging.
I love that we're just gonna get these people on the break room just to harass them about their claims.
Well, Simu Lu's going to pick up everyone on his way to the break room.
Simu,
right.
Anu,
Yeah.
Simu, Anu, R2D2, Jobu.
Choo choo.
who's Jobu?
Jobu from
Major League?
Yeah. Up your butt, Jobu.
Oh, yeah.
That's a deep
A
cut.
nice
That's a
nearly
deep-
40-year-old.
Hey.
Get to the chat.
That's why I didn't.
Back-
get it.
Ask your parents to rent it for
Hey
you,
man,
huh?
one of Tom Berenger's, easily one of Tom Berenger's best
Listen,
films.
if you like Charlie Sheen, pick another actor to like.
Whoa, Tanisha Massey coming
Whoa!
through.
Oh, Tanisha, our
And
girl.
we got Nick Knack, several
Joe 79M. Let's go Buffalo.
Christian
Happy 100.
Unpronounceable, MJ2997, lots of folks coming through generously. So momentarily we're going to get one of those stolen songs
Goodness,
for
I
you.
did like a Let's Go Buffalo in the Super Chats. Buffalo dominant last night over the Tennessee Titans. Let's just go a few highlights of that.
No.
We have a package, I think.
Different headlines. Those are different
Show
headlines.
those clips.
Real quick, here, I'm going to read one more headline, then we're going to get one of those stolen songs
All right,
queued up for
okay,
you.
fine.
Kevin Feige was surprised to hear that director Michael Giacchino wanted to make Werewolf by Night. He's a longtime composer of a lot of cool stuff, including a lot of Marvel properties, who's the director of the Werewolf by Night special presentation. When he's approached by Feige to pitch a project he wanted to work on, Michael was into Werewolf by Night, and Feige's response was, really? Like, really? Werewolf? Wow. Okay. All right. Let's talk about it. That's my interpretation of how
great.
that
That was a
response
good
might have
read.
gone.
That was a great read. You're hired.
That was Feige feeling millions of dollars being sucked out of his bank account. He's like, Werewolf by Night. Yeah.
Someone
Okay.
turning into a werewolf
On streaming?
I mean, it
VFX?
is wild. You're a trusted creative within the Marvel universe, and they're like, pitch us something.
Right.
And your first thing is like, Werewolf by Night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is like, but
like-
also it works.
He's waiting to hear like X-Men. He's
Why
waiting to
don't you
hear.
go back to writing songs, trumpet boy? Boop, 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 get the F out of my office. That's my fight.
Speaking of writing songs, do we
got a
have
song?
one of
I
those?
mean, we
stolen
gotta let
songs?
one of our signature artists. Mine are fine, but I'll let one of our good artists go.
Do you want to do one of yours? Or do you want me to do one of mine?
Mine are pretty. Oh, yeah, I can do one. I can do one on mine. I can do one.
Great,
on mine.
great.
Okay.
Don't worry, we're gonna be singing much more. I can tell.
This one is called. This is okay. So it says by Philip Molina.
Okay.
Oh
By
wow!
Philip
Philip
Molina.
Molina.
It says September 12th, 2018. So I think he was
Okay.
preparing.
Oh, he was.
Wow.
Still just an idea.
4
Still
years
just
ago.
an idea.
Breakroom was just a twinkle in his eye.
Which is interesting because the title's called "I Won't Say I'm Trash."
Wow. Well, I mean, to be fair, that reads for him.
Let's hope he can sing this. Yeah. If there's a prize for rotten trash heap, I guess y'all already done that.
Oh.
No host is worth the observation that you're all trash bags. You're filthy trash bags. You're a filthy trash bag. Can't you see you smell so horrid? You're a walking red flag. We're not live. This is pre-recorded. You can't be reported when you can't even think for your own damn self. Oh, no chance, no way. I won't say that I'm trash. You know it's right. Why deny it? Uh-oh. It's too risque. I won't say that I'm trash. There's a little bit more, but I don't
Wow,
know if I can sing it.
beautiful.
That was wonderful. Not accurate. for our audience, but wonderful.
JPEG's going to come after us.
Why is it not
Why is it
accurate,
not
Tommy?
accurate?
Well, our audience, as you well know, lives in refuse. They sleep in dumpsters. They don't just sleep there. They live there. They're at home.
I see a lot of trash cans in the chat. Thank you all to all the trash bags watching.
All my trash bags, all my bin buddies.
We tried to call you breakers and roomies, but
Didn't
you want to
stick.
be trash bags.
Didn't stick. You know what stuck?
Busted.
Trash.
And
Thank you to Hota Suave, Elizabeth C, GSU Eagle, Yuka Preta. We're very close to a second song already.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trust me, these are worth it.
Let me squeeze in a couple more headlines here. We've got some horror headlines, which is wonderful as we head into
what?
October. Horror.
Horror?
Yeah, you got to check my OnlyFans for the other kind of headlines.
FYI, if you're a horror fan, not only do we have some horror content coming up very soon on the channel, Jessica has a cool scary breakdown coming out in the next week, but we'll be doing lots of horror stuff on the Breakroom in October.
Yeah.
Yes.
Spooky season.
Spooky season.
Scary times.
Scary season.
Barbarian director Zach Kreger was asked about potential prequels and sequels to his hit horror film, Barbarian, the #1 movie at the box office 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Big scary movie hit. He was doing an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, and he had kind of an interesting and thoughtful answer where he was like, yeah, if I did another movie in this franchise, it would have to tell the story of Frank, which, if you haven't seen the movie, that's a guy who kidnaps and assaults women.
Whoa!
And he was like, basically, I don't want to have to hang out with that guy for an hour and a half. So he doesn't want to make any more movies, which I was like, that's a really thoughtful, healthy response to that.
Also, exits you, as you said, from the franchise.
Yeah.
Allows, now that you got a little juice as a director.
He's not stuck
But it
making
took
these.
him like 10 years to get this to screen.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay.
Well, and also,
I agree, jump out of it, but I'm also like, 10 years.
and his path is fascinating. You know, he was on The Whitest Kids You Know, the sketch stuff forever.
it's
I
kind
don't
of
want
like-
to be that person, but let's not get too into it because I break it down.
Oh, that's right. Jesse's gonna
Okay,
break it
that's
down.
the movie that Jessica will be breaking down soon. Yeah, he has almost, it's funny how parallel his path is with Jordan Peele, right? Two people that started in sketch comedy, then transitioned to making horror movies, right? It's a very specific
Almost
path.
like comedians can do anything because all the Rick and Morty kids are Rick and Morty
dominating
kids,
everything.
are
Yes.
straight up
All
taking
the
over.
Rick and Morty kids
Kids
with
with
their
the
pumped up kicks.
Getting deals and deals, signed by Kevin Feige.
Not a good song.
Sign
Not a
by
good
Gary
song.
Oldman.
This is not one. That was a freebie. You
That was one on the house. Brandon, you want to hit us with a
do we have a
with
second
tune?
song?
Okay. This was also written by Philip. I think pretty recently.
Crazy.
He was pretty maudlin recently. I think he was in his feelings. He got this
Oh
one.
boy.
and his
This one
feelings.
is called. Well, that's not a hint that it's a Drake song because it's not a Drake song. This one is called "Breaker One More Time."
Oh, wow.
Okay. Oh, breaker, breaker, how was I supposed to know that it was 3 p.m.? Oh, breaker, breaker, the super chats have got to flow to do this show again. Show me mandatory fun. And don't forget to smash that like button. My trash bagness is killing me. And I must confess, I'm still horny. Still horny. When I'm not watching live, I lose my mind. Tune in on time.
Wow.
Break me, baby, one more time. Woo! I think Philip's gonna get in trouble for that.
Wow.
I don't want to
Hashtag-
go too close, but I like it.
Hashtag free Phillip.
Wonderful.
Right?
Well,
Wow.
And if you don't get that "I'm still horny" reference, I think we got a reminder.
Do we have a
yeah.
clip that
Real
we can
quick.
play? My secret is I'm always horny. Smash.
Wow.
Can you play it one more time?
My secret is I'm always horny. Smash.
Wow.
I think
Speed
Zach
dial.
is wearing the same pants in that shot, and that's why chat was going, "What about the pants?" They can't tell if Zach has pants on.
Oh, they are flesh toned, but I am wearing pants.
Unfortunately, they're on.
I was going to say there was a context for that quote, but maybe not. Maybe it's just true universally. Thank you. This is me, Jesse Waller, Match 143, here for the cookies. Lots of folks being very generous in the super chat. Quentin, Carla Ibarra, we appreciate you. Speaking of, got a little bit more scary movie news. There was a Hellraiser trailer that just dropped. They're doing a full Hellraiser reboot.
Absolutely not.
on Hulu,
Absolutely
which
not.
is like,
Yeah,
you
don't
know.
like scary movies.
No, I do not.
And
As
this
a
is-
child,
this will be
at
bad.
the video store, they used to rent out movies at a video store.
Okay.
The cover of a Hellraiser.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was too scary for
The
me. I had
image-
nightmares looking at the cover.
The image of
And
Pinhead
where
is.
the hooks go through his body.
That's like the whole point of Hellraiser 2
Jesus
is pain. Isn't it like? And it's like the same old man that plays the guy, right?
Doug Bradley. Well, in the reboot,
is this
there's
like
a young lady.
Oh, okay.
A young lady.
It's a
is
Hellraiser.
She's gonna
Pinhead.
get like hooks through her
Hellraiser.
body and her body
Oh
torn
yeah.
apart.
Oh yeah. There will be all kinds of strange S&M
Is this
scary
like
type stuff.
the prequel for Willy Wonka? It's going to be a young Hellraiser, like,
Yeah.
learning to put hooks through his skin. And
Well, I read interesting, in the Clive Barker story that the entire franchise is based on. The Pinhead character was not gendered and was kind of described with more feminine features. So maybe this is like a slightly more accurate version and not just like reboot it with ladies. But also you can reboot it with ladies. It's still fun.
Yeah.
I don't think we have this trailer to
We
play.
don't.
I don't think we
But
can show
if you're watching this not too late at night, or if you're not easily creeped out, watch that trailer. It looks like fun. And then
We're almost towards another song already.
wow.
Wow.
Okay, we'll give.
Okay, well let's.
I got one ready. Don't worry.
Tommy, start doing your vocal warm-ups. Yeah. A dooby-dooby-doo. Okay. All right.
I noticed you didn't join
I
it.
did not join in. I couldn't get there.
Well, I don't think any of us could either. Speaking of horror movie franchises, we got confirmation from director Mike Flanagan that we're not getting any more sequels or prequels to Doctor Sleep.
Oh.
That franchise has kind of been shelved, put on ice, so to speak. It has been put to sleep, I guess, because it didn't quite make enough money at the box office when Doctor Sleep came out a few years ago. Tommy's getting texts from.
I'm not. I launched a
Oh,
Tommy's watching.
I launched a
He's
trailer.
watching Heat on his phone right now.
It's the North Hollywood shootout scene.
You want to get all up in it?
Okay, well, Tommy, do you have a song ready to go?
I do. This is so weird. So I found a cardboard box that was full of like whimsical costumes and like whistles
Checks
and like
out, yeah.
puppets, and it said Funtime Phillip and the Friendship Gang.
Oh, okay.
And I think what happened here is Philip Molina was going to leave New Rock Stars and start like a children's show.
He's coming for Bluey.
Yeah,
I love Bluey.
it's coming for something. But so anyway, this song is called "If You're Happy Hogan and You Know It,"
Okay.
and it goes a little something like this. If you're happy, Hogan, and you know it, your best friend died. If you're happy, Hogan, and you know it, your girlfriend died. If you're happy, Hogan, and you know it, there's some stock tech and you stole it. If you're happy, Hogan, and you know it, Natalia died. Natasha.
Who's the top?
Oh, yeah.
Natalia's part of the horror headlines.
I'm sorry, the what headlines?
The horror headlines.
Okay. Yeah. Wow.
I'm disappointed in you.
I mean, you should be disappointed in Philip, the original composer.
Hey,
of that.
I didn't have
Natalia.
anything to do with this.
Thank
And
you.
I think it's a message about grieving and loss.
Yes, thank you to Michelle Scala, Mac Lopez,
And let's be honest.
Slayer, Amy, everybody throwing out chats.
Happy
there.
Hogan is a tortured soul with a tough life.
He is.
Everything he loves dies.
He is at the nexus of a lot of sadness.
I know it's Natasha. You don't have to call it out in the chat.
There's probably a Natalia. Is that what a New Mutant?
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Finally, Andor news. So Andor's dropping tonight. We're gonna have a little
Yes.
Andor chat later.
gosh.
We're gonna do some predictions for the season.
Yeah.
And the showrunner, Tony Gilroy, talented Hollywood veteran, screenwriter, director, he did an interview with The Wrap where he talked about, and we already knew that the show was already renewed for a second season before the first one even came out. And he was like, I've got 2 more years to go. I think it was either Brandon or Tommy you were talking about how dispirited he sounds in this interview.
Yeah. He was like, because he's the kind of guy who's like, I don't think ahead on projects. I do a project and I finish it and then I worry about the next thing. And he was kind of like, by the time this is over, I'll have done 24 hours worth of Star Wars. I think I'm done.
And that's 24 hours of content,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, 24 episodes. which is so many more episodes than anything else they've done.
Because originally he did Rogue One, and like they were gonna do more movies kind of set in that time space or based on that, and then obviously Kathleen Kennedy and Lucasfilm kind of changed. They're like, no more movies. Yeah. And he was done, and we talked about this before. They were gonna do this Andor thing. They sent him the treatment, and he was like, "This is terrible, and here's why." And they were like, "Well, why don't you come do it and do it the way you like?" That's why a lot of the reviews have been like, "This is very different from all the other Star Wars shows. Like, this is his vision." But yeah, this is kind of sad that like we all thought he was working on part 2 and like shooting it simultaneously.
Yeah.
But it sounds like they're not gonna start shooting that until November, like part 2. So we're like 2 years away.
Yeah,
from
we're
that.
guessing. Oh, David Yoshimoto. So we're probably not getting Andor season 2 till 2024. We're guessing.
Fall to 2024.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Late 2024. But there'll be a lot of good other Star Wars content between now and then. So and hopefully the first season's so great it keeps our bellies full of Andor for quite a while.
I think we should all be very excited about Andor, folks. And you know what else I think we should be excited about? One thing I like to call aspiration, which is not just a word, it's a brand. Making small decisions every day to help the planet can have a big impact over time. If you keep your money in most standard bank accounts, they're lending your deposits to fund oil and coal. Oil and coal, screw them. Switch to the planet side and get aspiration. Aspiration is a climate-friendly alternative to big banks. Get an account and a debit card that's built to help your wallet and the planet. Doesn't that sound nice?
Yes.
Moving $1,000 to an Aspiration Plus account has the same impact as driving 6,000 miles less. Plus, you can earn up to 71 times as much interest than at your old bank. What about $10? Anything for us? Aspiration is fossil fuel free and lets you plant a tree by rounding up every swipe of your debit card. Now, I like that. That's actually appealing to me. Aspiration's been hard at work helping people align their money with their values, funding the planting of over 100 million trees. Try and count to that. I bet you can't. On their way to funding the planting of 1 billion trees, 1 billion trees by 2030. No wonder why Forbes, NerdWallet, and the Penny Hoarder recommend Aspiration for the eco-conscious. We all want to do our part to help the planet, and you can make it easier with a debit card from Aspiration. Best of all, there's no credit check, thank God. No overdraft fees, and with Aspiration, you just pay what you think is fair, even if that's zero. Because money shouldn't stand in the way of you doing the right thing. Make your dollars make a difference. Open an Aspiration account at aspiration.com/breakroomdebit and move your money out of fossil fuels. I'm thinking about doing that today, to be honest with you. Help save the planet with your Aspiration debit card. Open your account at aspiration.com/breakroomdebit today. Aspiration.com/breakroomdebit. Terms and conditions apply.
Now, I do believe, thank you to some wonderful folks, including David Yoshimoto. I think we got another song in the hopper. Brandon, Jessica,
and while they're fighting over that, just a reminder: you can always deposit your money in my credit union, Tommy's Tanks. We put your money into old World War I tanks, and then we hide them deep in the Pacific Ocean. You want to pull your money out? You better be a good swimmer. And by the way, every time you spend your debit card, I chop down 15 trees by myself.
Whoa, all right,
Tommy.
Also, I love World War I, famous for its Pacific theater.
No, that's just where I drop them because I live in California.
There were a couple guys out there duking it out during World War I. No one cared. No one cared.
It was me, Sloppy Joe.
Okay,
Frankie the Fish.
And again, for those folks just tuning in, we stole a batch of songs.
Yeah, we got two. We got two.
Oh, we got 2 songs.
Oh wow!
Go first?
Wow, 2 songs. Thank you, Theodore Harris.
I was gonna do
Christian Unpronounceable.
Your songs are always really good. Let me do.
No, yours are really good.
You're already
I mean,
fine.
Philip.
No, guys, all of ours are equally as good.
You always steal the good Philip songs.
We're gonna make Zach sing Gary Oldman. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry.
I
Gary
see him in
Oldman
the
is
chat.
actually that's actually our surprise guest.
Can we get a printout of Gary Oldman?
Can we get, Sam? You guys, this is another song I stole from Philip. This was actually in his gym bag.
Oh, okay.
It's called Thigh to Thigh.
Oh my God!
I know what you're thinking. What does it have to do with the break room? And just you wait. Tommy started singing it before we got in here, and I like Tommy's version way more than mine. But maybe we'll get a little bit.
Jump in, Tommy.
I got into the break room, the one I know you wish you were on. It doubles as the playroom. Just make sure you don't touch my man John. Maybe he'll uncover what he could have seen all along. Yeah. One way or another, together we can both get off. If we listen to each other's kinks, John will never be my sneaky link.
Whoa.
Maybe
Shots
John
fired.
is the only guy. For the last time ever, he's getting up in my thighs.
Whoa!
Oh my God!
Whoa!
Philip was wilding out.
I think
Wow.
Philip has a thing for John.
Philip
Wow.
wants John as his sneaky link. I'm gonna need someone, one of the cool teens in the chat, to explain that to me. I don't know what the hell any of that
What's
meant.
a sneaky link?
Wow.
What's a sneaky
Am
link?
I is it when I sneak sausages from my breakfast table? Is that a sneaky link?
Oh, those are my favorite sneaky links. Brandon, while you warm up, I just want to talk real quick. We got another song on the way, but I want to quickly talk about another sponsor. We thank Aspiration for sponsoring the show,
Yes,
helping
thank you,
us bring our great sponsors. And I know, sometimes that's maybe not your favorite part of the show, but it's all these great sponsors that help us bring all these shows to you. It's not an easy show to make, and we really appreciate everybody. And if you can ever click a link, use our promo code, anything like that, for a product you want to use anyways, that is so helpful to keeping this show going. We really appreciate you out there. But I want to talk about, that free merch you get when you go to a convention or a business meeting, or maybe you got to...
Give me something for free.
Yeah,
please.
the company you work for gives everybody shirts or mugs
Not my
or
company.
hats or something like that. Sometimes those pieces of swag are junk.
They're junk. Yeah.
Okay, they're not good stuff. They fall apart. They look bad on you, whatever. It's times like that when you really want to promote your business and you don't want to give people junk, you got to turn to our friends at Land's End, okay? They make the best stuff. Thousands of businesses have relied on Land's End Business to outfit their employees and promote their brand. I told Tommy this. Now, this is a different division of Land's End, but I had a Land's End rugby shirt or whatever
Yes.
style shirt I got in 7th grade.
Yep.
It is still in my closet.
Yeah.
Now, that is both a reflection of I was an extremely large 13-year-old.
Yep.
Okay, and I've not grown since I was 13.
That's right,
But
you
also a
stopped.
reflection of how strong and high quality their product
Your,
is.
your arms and torso was set at 13. The rest of your body grew
Legs
into it.
half the length they are now. I was just a shorter version of myself. Yeah.
And let me pipe. Tommy's mommy used to dress him up at Land's End, like a little handsome Land's End boy. And every now and then I sneak back into my closet and I hike that Land's End clothes back on. Doesn't fit as well as Zach's because I kept growing exponentially like a universe. Hopefully someday I'll begin to contract. But the quality's unbelievable.
quality's
I had
good
my
stuff.
first kiss in my Land's End vest, and I'll
Wow.
be buried in it.
Wow, promise. They offer a timeless style that fits every body type with the widest range of sizes you'll find in branded apparel. You can have your logo in vivid colors on shirts, outerwear, hats, mugs, water bottles. Everybody loves a vest.
Yeah.
Everybody loves a fleece.
yeah.
Get your employees a fleece, you know what I mean?
Be a character on Succession. Wear a fleece.
Oh,
A fleece
yes.
vest.
Oh, they love fleece.
That's a real flex, the fleece flex.
Oh, yeah.
They've got all kinds of products. They're good for events, holiday gifts, all that stuff. And they have a state-of-the-art design and stitching technology to really capture your specific logo and turn it into a recognizable work of art. They've got great customer service, email, chat, phone support, all that great stuff. Whether you've got like 10 employees, about 25 like new rock stars, or like 5,000, right? They're great for it. See why thousands of companies count on Land's End Business. Go to business.landsend.com/podcast.
Wow.
And use promo code podcast for 25% off.
25% off is good.
That's a quarter off, I've heard. That's
Hey.
business.landsend.com/podcast, promo code podcast for 25% off. Yes, the promo code is podcast.
Use it. The link's in the description.
That's right.
Go for it.
Could
Go
mean
for
anything.
it. Okay, I'll give you a song real fast.
Okay.
This was an Andor song we stole. We were just talking
Oh,
about Andor.
right.
Apologies to Andor. This is one of their songs we stole, but it should be shared with the world. We hope it makes it into one of the episodes. This is called Me and Cassian Down by the Schoolyard.
Wow.
Here we go.
Okay, sir.
A couple of rebels rolled out of bed and they blew up the trooper station. When the moth found out, he began to shout and he started the investigation. It was against the law. It was against the law. What my moth saw. It was against the law. Saul Guerrero looked down and he spit on the ground every time the Empire trucked in. Saul said, "Oi, if I get that boy, I'm gonna give him the Borgullet suction." Well, I'm on my way. I'm gonna be a rebel. I'm on my way. I'm taking an X-wing, but I don't know where. Goodbye to Bray. Yeah, she's the queen of Alderaan. She gets blown up. Hashtag seeing me and Cassian down by the schoolyard. Seeing me and Cassian down by the schoolyard. Whoa! That's the end.
Wow,
That was
that was a jam.
Check it out in Andor.
I don't want to
Andor.
tease too much, but it looks like the one I got is from a band called the Freaky Phils and the Midnight Blasters.
I need to know why your paper looks like that.
I mean, it was stolen.
I was stolen, and
It looks like-
I had
was-
to make haste.
It was stored in a shoe.
Yeah, it was stolen, and
Then
it
I ran
traveled
out.
many, many galaxies to get here.
Now, Jessica, you had a video you wanted to share? Am I reading that right? Or I don't know that it was you, but we have a video we want to share.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious we haven't been referencing someone lately.
Yeah.
They left us.
Yeah, it's our 100th episode. It's a big day for us, but we want to acknowledge someone who's not here with us today, right? Yeah. So let's go ahead and roll that video for them.
Oh, okay.
Or we could enter the
Okay, okay.
introduction to.
Oh my
Go,
God. I'm
go,
talking about John's
go,
heart. Whoa, poor Johnny
I
boy.
can sit it on.
Poor Johnny, you did this. You people did this to
people
my
did
baby
this.
boy
This is
John.
sad.
Producer John face reveal. Look at
You
him.
have to go
He's
closer.
got the whole world
In
on his head. He's got the whole wide world on his head.
Just put on a beanie. You'll be fine.
Here's what's gonna happen.
break everything
I'm
in
gonna
his head.
put an athletic greens into a bottle and add a raw egg, which had been sitting in Jessica's
no, no,
car.
no,
No. That's gonna be in me.
All right.
Oh, the eggs last. How'd the egg make it in the powder part?
Wow. Ooh, he did it.
We're getting Slack messages, which means it's probably Philip yelling at us.
You're the reason that we do this show,
do
and
the
you're the
back
reason
here.
that I torture myself. Oh God. Goodbye.
Moving on immediately.
John, not here physically, with us in spirit. He's neither dead nor fired from the show.
Well, he's dead
but
to me.
Okay,
He's dead
yeah.
to a lot of us, so I think we should just keep talking like he did.
Okay, fair. Yeah. See.
Unless, John, you're out there and you somehow heard that song that I just sang. Please at me.
Yeah, John, come sneak sausages off the breakfast
That's
table with
not
me.
what a
my
sneaky link
Sneaky
is.
links.
Uh-oh, the grill's fired up and Daddy's cooking some links. Time to sneak them.
It's not
Oh my God.
You guys, now it's time for the moment you've all been waiting for, our thumbnail. We are talking about Loki Season 2, because Eugene Cordero, our favorite comedian here in LA, up to his series regular.
Yeah. Sorry.
Tommy, is that shade? What is
It
that?
was
No.
shade. Tom,
Yes.
sorry,
Yeah, he's my
nothing,
favorite.
but-
I don't know.
That
Bill
was
Burr
amazing.
exists.
Oh, wow.
Bill Burr!
Okay. Oh, we got a pinned comment from John Costa in the chat. John, you're on vacation. Quit watching the show.
Yeah, come on, John.
You're in a sleep for the rest of your life vacation. Eugene Cordero up to a series regular recently. And if
Yes,
you're
my
forgetting-
favorite comedian in LA, Eugene Cordero. Sorry. Sorry.
Bill Burr.
He's not going to come on the show with this kind of
No,
behavior.
Eugene, come
Eugene,
on the
come
show.
on the show and you can slap me across the face. I think you're
Oh,
great.
I like
I
that.
do think you're great. Your wife's very nice too. She taught me level 2 at UCB. Let's go.
Yeah, Eugene was my coach for a minute. He's great.
Patricia McAlpin.
So, Season 2 of Loki, Eugene is going to be up to a series regular. If you don't remember who Eugene is, he's the best character. There he is right
Yeah.
there, my
Casey.
boy. Casey. Who said, oh, those are paperweights, and made me rethink the entire MCU as soon as he said that. So this season of Loki, rumor has it, will be getting more background to the characters in the story. So we'll probably learn more about Casey before he was taken to the TVA. You know how like Ravonna was turned out to be like a school teacher? It's like we're going to start learning more about these characters and maybe what they have to do with Season 2 and with the timeline per se, because maybe it's something really big and maybe it's something relatively small. So we have a series of characters that we're going to talk through and figure out what their plans are in Season 2 and
Yes.
where they lie on the timeline.
Yes.
Yeah, 'cause
Starting. Oh, sorry.
People remembering that sorry, Eugene Cordero did play Pillboy in The Good Place, which
That's
was
true. He
a
is on The
truly,
Good Place.
truly
Yeah,
incredible
Jacinto.
comedic performance.
It's important to remember too that when we were at D23 and we saw some of the footage,
Yeah.
and we've seen this from set photos that have leaked. If you're into that kind of thing, this seems that they're really messing with time in this one. Like we did see in like season 1 how they went to the future when like the hurricane was hitting the Rockstar facility, and they went to the 80s to a medieval fair. Like it looks like in this one they're really going to be jumping around in time and giving these more side characters like full episodes and like finding out who their actual, because they're all variants,
right?
But who their real people were, maybe. I think that's going to be like important. Their real, who their real or their version
primary
of them
or
that got to
whatever.
live on.
Dashel, you bring up the first one. You can choose whichever one is your first one. Because we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Miss Minutes.
Oh, okay.
Miss Minutes, because there was always that theory lingering around season 1 of who she actually is and what she was before she was Miss Minutes. Do you guys have any insight of what you guys would theorize?
Well, I do love Eric. I think Eric did a video recently about the footage that was shown, where he kind of speculated, like, is Miss Minutes going to be revealed to be the real puppet master here? Because like it's crazy. Like the only character we've met that can hop from like screens to off of screens, and she's definitely sentient in some way, right? And is like has some interesting power. It'd be really interesting. Like, yeah, is there a person voiced by who's the
Tara Strong?
Tara Strong, right? Do we see Tara Strong at some point?
Oh, that would be fun if they just threw Tara Strong.
Yeah, and somehow through some weird process, she becomes this kind of like animated character.
Or if like Miss Minutes is a Kang that was like hiding in plain sight, kind of.
Someone just said, Michael just said, Miss Minutes is Ravonna.
Oh, okay.
It is a Ravonna, so one of her.
Ravonna, or could it be Zola? Like the code got good enough that it got into the TVA's computers?
Like an AI. Yeah, that's very
Something
good.
like that.
I do like the is a Ravonna kind of in the way of like Loki Gator is so different from Loki, but
What would be insane is like that one is so big and so bad that she can just jump timelines. Like she can just, even if it's on a screen, she just can show up in this timeline the same as her actual other counterpart. Like that'd be wild. They're both living in the same world. So I would love that for Miss Minutes. We have another one. We have a lot, so we can keep going. So this is the agent that got hypnotized first and came. She was the first one to come to. That was like, I don't know who I am or where I am. Last you saw me was in a bar, and now I'm working at the
she was at like a tropical bar, and we saw her and like Sylvie having drinks, and we were like, oh, did they know each other?
Yes.
What is
I
this?
forgot about that.
And then it was revealed that Sylvie was using her Loki powers to get into her memories.
Oh,
It
yes.
was manipulating her to learn stuff, which again is like a good clue, and I'm glad they're bringing that through into season 2. That like who these people were is like very important somehow, and that's why we really need to dive into it. It'd be great to see her come back. I don't remember.
Do you think
what...
she could come back because she's mad? Because she's like the
Well,
TVA did me
B-15,
wrong.
and B-15, who the older version of B-15 that we knew before He Who Remained died, she was in on the cause. Mobius was in on the cause. They were all getting in on the cause, and then they kill He Who Remains, and Loki comes back to a timeline that they don't recognize him, or everything's different.
Yeah.
I wonder if like Loki's gonna be trying to get back to the original time space he was in season 1. To get those versions of these characters.
Do you think that, because the way that it ended was him being like, oh, my friend, and his friend being like, I'm not your friend, I'm just the same.
We're co-workers.
Yeah, we're co-workers. And so do you think it's going to be him just trying to get out of there and people being like, no, you can't jump, you can't leave.
Oh, yeah,
We
like
work
trying
here.
to,
This is where we stay. We're from
that.
here.
I like that. I like that.
Very
I like that.
There's another one. Give me another. Give me the next.
Another
Okay.
one.
Loki.
Oh, I
Loki.
want to know how he killed Thor, baby.
Yes, right? Right?
Oh, me.
Well, and his Thor was his brother was adopted. Thor was adopted, not Kid Loki. So that lingering on him was a little too long of scenes where I'm like, oh, they're gonna bring him back. I just don't know when, but I do.
Or is he one of those kids that just lies about everything? We had a kid in my neighborhood. He used to lie like a rug.
Was it you?
Yeah. Or was
Tommy?
it?
Oh, we'll never know.
Lie like
I would
a
like
rug.
the idea that Kid Loki's just a liar, and it's just like
I
yeah,
killed my brother.
No, I didn't. What'd you say? Nothing.
I said booty baby.
Oh my god, you're booty. Do you think we can see
Booty
Kid
beads.
Loki in the second season?
I'd like to bring him back. Yeah, it would be
One
interesting.
of the
if they
variants
just-
of Loki
Because
would be
what?
great to see again. Yeah.
What's his name? Richard E. Grant is dead,
Yeah.
right?
He died fighting
Perhaps,
the.
yeah, we see him get consumed.
But Lokis are so good at making it look like they
Right.
died.
It's true.
You think he's just like?
Yeah,
They're old. But yeah, in theory, they're all still there. I don't know what the destruction of the timeline means for that space, the void. If it becomes free, if they get like reacclimated back to where they they were taken from. I don't know.
Yeah,
It'll be
maybe
interesting
we
to
learn
see.
more about the Void too,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
yeah,
I would love that.
yeah.
Because there is also still like I think they called him Boastful Loki, the bald black guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's still kicking it.
Yeah, they're all still there.
Yeah, they're all still President Loki.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
Loki
all
Gator. Yeah, and even President Loki or whatever,
They
right?
should
Yeah.
also be there.
Yeah, great.
I love him. Give me my next one. Hit me 2 times. Okay.
B-15.
So, do we know her backstory?
No, and like in that footage they show, you do see her. It looked like kind of like an old Hollywood. There's a set piece that looks like they're at like an old Hollywood premiere, maybe set in the '60s or something like that.
This is in
where
the
they're
D23
tuxes. Yeah.
footage.
And this is kind of
Wait, you
is
saw
some.
a sneak peek?
They showed like almost like a trailer.
Yeah, sneak.
I saw a sneak.
Brandon and Tommy got to see stuff.
Me
Yeah.
and Tommy secretly with thousands of other people
Yeah.
saw some footage.
Brandon and Tommy down by the schoolyard.
Yeah.
I'll never tell.
It looks
what
like
we saw.
there's some kind of major set piece at this like old style Hollywood premiere. It reminded me of like Last Night in Soho, very much. They're in tuxes and stuff. And Hunter B-15 is there, and I'm wondering if this is her story. She was like some sort of performer.
Oh yeah.
Oh, interesting, and got plucked. Or is this present Hunter B-15 getting sent undercover or something
that's
like
the
that?
other
Right?
point. Did He Who Remains or Kang or whomever take those people who were wise to the game and send them back to where they were to kind of get them out?
Yeah, because we haven't seen her, right? We only saw at the end.
At the end, she was like out. We saw her we saw at the very end she was there with Mobius, but those were different versions of them.
Oh,
but they
that's
didn't
true.
remember.
Yeah. So they just
But
moved
she was
them.
wise to it. She had gone to Ravonna school and stuff like that.
Yes.
She was like hip to what was happening.
Reminder: when are we getting Loki season 2? Next year, right?
This next summer, 2023. Summer
Okay.
2023.
Fall
Great.
2028.
That is false, Tommy.
love
Less than
lies.
a year. Less than a year.
Less
away.
than a year.
Yeah,
right.
it's coming.
So maybe
Don't
like
worry.
about the same time we got Moon Knight this year. Then maybe.
Maybe a little later.
Yeah.
Maybe more like Miss Marvel. I
Oh,
think more
right,
summery.
right. Okay, great.
Okay.
Summery.
I think there is one more. Is there one more, Dashel?
There it is. Mobius, Mr. Jet Ski
So
himself.
all we know is that he likes to jet ski. That is literally all we know.
That's all
What
we
if
know
he's
about
just
the
like a
man.
serial killer that likes to jet ski? I don't think he is. But I'm just saying we all.
You think he's the jet ski killer?
What?
he goes through and slices.
What if he is a jet ski?
Oh, I like that.
Existence is pain.
What does a Luke Wilson jet ski sound like?
I don't even know.
Now, what does an Owen Wilson jet ski sound like?
Oh wow.
I don't want to ride any of those.
Okay, I think I said the wrong. I always get them confused. I
It's
said
a
the
whole,
wrong
it's
one
a whole
first.
brotherhood
That
of
one's
jet
Owen.
skis.
Yeah.
But what? Sorry, Bubba, the thickest dog in the world, just walked into this.
That's a
into this
sneaky
space.
link.
That is not. You don't know what a sneaky link is.
Am I bae? Or am I just a sus simp?
You're being
Is this Chugi?
chuggy.
Zach
Shegway.
is losing it. You are killing Zach.
I know all the hip lingo.
You clearly do not.
Am I daddy?
Oh my god, you're making me upset.
Do we have any
That's
other
mid.
comments?
I think that was actually. Is that the last? That was the last one,
I
right?
think that was it. Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
'cause-
it. Those are our
Okay.
major candidates.
Well, I mean,
right?
we are.
Yeah.
I would say of all this series, and this is again the second season of a Marvel Disney Plus show that we're getting,
Yes.
right? So it's like some storytelling possibilities that we haven't yet been able to explore. Very excited for it.
Well, and it did seem like they pulled the trigger pretty quick on Loki season 2 after the success of season 1, but maybe that wasn't always the plan. I don't know. If at some point they decided like, oh, this is working, this is where we want to go.
And this plays into some long-term
Yes.
storytelling
Yeah,
goals,
yeah.
right? Like we know Kang is a big part of the future
Yeah.
of the film MCU, and like obviously he's going to be a part of Loki. So like clearly Loki season 2 is going to be woven into this Kang Dynasty kind of storytelling. Yeah,
sure.
great. Tommy, it wouldn't be a 100th episode if it didn't have.
This segment ain't mid.
I'm gonna.
It's time for
Cap.
mandatory fun.
Oh, look at that
That's
graphic.
The segment so enjoyable, we make the graphic deployable. Hit it again.
I had to do the graphic yesterday, and I did a really bad job.
You did a great
okay
job,
job.
I'm
I did a
sure.
great job.
The segment that is so well demanded that we keep the graphic on hand and hit it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we gonna do 100 graphics for 100
That's
episodes?
right.
Tommy, I can't say that one.
The segment that has caught the world by storm, so we make playing the graphic the norm. Hit it again.
Look at that. Wow.
Now, it's our 100th episode, and you know what that means. It's time for some toasts, guys.
Oh.
We made a wheel of toasts. We're all going to deliver toast based on the wheel we spin, but we have a very special guest in the house.
Don't let
People are gonna think it's Simu.
This
Is that a Simu Lu accent? What is that?
we have a very special
Simu is
guest.
Australian.
Our producer Dodson has flown all the way from Nebraska.
Oh, good.
No,
good,
just
good,
kidding.
good.
From Texas, from
okay.
Tejas, to join us in the toast. Come on
Yay!
in. Dodson's here.
Producer John died of consumption, but producer John
Yeah.
is alive.
Look at him.
Alive and
Come
well.
on in. He's here. We get a Dodson sighting. All right, so
We get a Dodson's, a wild Dodson.
we're all going to spin the wheel of toasts. Who wants to go first?
And to be clear, tell me what is on the wheel.
Let's see. We've got things like
Can we get our toasty things?
we've got a butter toast, a
Okay.
French toast, a best man toast, a toasted toast, host toast, the off-the-screen producer toast, a mom toast, which I think is like you're behaving like a mom, a toast to MT, a toast to Jack Nicholson, a boast toast, a toast to whomever texted you last, and one I can't read,
I think it says a toast to
a
Philip.
toast to Philip. Well, we'll skip that one. It's unreadable.
That comes out.
Okay.
It's unreadable.
We've also got our mandatory drink, and by mandatory I mean it's not alcoholic because I
Yeah,
ruined
you
it
can
for
have the
everyone.
red or the white.
Hopefully by the
Ooh,
500th
that's a good
episode,
one.
we'll be drinking straight champagne, homies.
We have to wait that long.
Or gay champagne, who cares?
Spin the wheel.
Did you say gay champagne?
Because he said straight
the best
champagne
kind.
first.
Oh, okay. I'll
Not-
take it.
yeah, or unidentified champagne.
We don't
California sparkling, as
That's
it were.
right.
Okay, well, Tommy, should you lead us off? And again, the general premise here is we're thrilled to be at 100 episodes. We're so appreciative of everybody that helped make it happen that we're going to
Yes.
toast to the success of the
That's
show.
right.
Yes.
We're going to toast. I believe there's, you can toast the chat. God, I hope I don't get that one. I can't say nice things about them. I'll spin the wheel first.
Nice spin.
The wheel sounds like it needs some maintenance.
Oh, I missed it. I missed the Australian toast.
Oh, boy.
Toast to whomever texted you last.
Okay. Is it one of us?
All right. This is a toast to my friend Garrett Kirby.
Oh, I love Garrett.
I like Garrett.
Do I have a juice?
Oh, I
I'm
didn't pour
working
you
on
one. I
it.
didn't know if
There
you
you go.
wanted red or white.
You know what? This is actually good, guys. I'm glad I'm going to make a toast to my friend Garrett Kirby because Garrett Kirby has watched the Breakroom before.
Oh, what a guy.
Garrett Kirby,
go.
unlike all of you, is not trash. In fact, Garrett Kirby often calls people trash along with me. We are what we call each other the garbage pails.
Oh.
Because we identify trash.
I'm noticing a theme.
Garrett's wife, Darlene, once super chatted $20.
Oh.
So not that I keep tabs on what my friends super chat, but I don't have a lot of other friends that have ever super chatted. So here's to Garrett. Here's to Darlene for being what I call the super chatters. You know what I mean? Out of the trash, into the high life, away from the dirty, dirty regular chatters that live in their garbage dumps, have miserable lives, broken marriages, children of divorce,
Okay.
many
We
of
got
them
four
not
more
even
toasts to
knowing
get
their
through.
parents.
Hey.
To Garrett and Darlene, the greatest chatters of all time.
Oh, yeah.
Feel free to drink along with us at home. I want to quickly shout out Stacy C, Evalinda Clayton, Caton. I think Here for the Cookies had another chat in there. Thank you all. Brandon spinning the toast wheel.
What does it
A
say?
toast
to Jack Nicholson.
Oh, to my boy Jack.
Or in the style
I
of
think
Jack
you could do
Nicholson,
the
if you can
the
pull
style
off
of Jack
a...
Either way.
Hey. Hey, everyone out there. Yo, you trash bags. You're living great. You're having a great time.
I love it.
You're living good. Don't you want to watch the game, huh? Raise your hand if you want to watch the game.
I love
You guys see One Flew Over a Cuckoo's Nest? You guys see Wolf? I was in that one. Running through the woods, eating a deer. Hey, whatever you do, wear your sunglasses because you're high as hell wherever you're going. And let's hear it for the Lakers, baby. Let's do it, Lakers. I don't know a single Lakers.
Hey,
Let's do it, Lakers.
Do you ever wonder where we get all these wonderful toys?
Hey, you got to tell me. Where does he get all these wonderful toys?
There it is.
He's at home washing his tights.
Yay!
Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson.
Jessica,
There you go.
thank you to Paula A. in the chat. Thank
Stacey
you.
C, thank you in the chat. Evelanda Clayton in the chat.
Please no accent.
Butter
Butter
toast.
toast, whatever that means to you.
I put this for everybody else to do, but
Give us a butter
a
toast.
butter toast. I feel like butter's smooth as hell.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I want to give
Smooth like butter.
I want to give a toast
Oh.
to all you lovely people in the chat.
Oh.
Very nice.
All of you that show up every day, and some of you that tuned in today. Maybe you saw our TikTok. Maybe you saw our post on Twitter, and you said, those are 4 fine-ass individuals.
Oh my God, I'm getting a sneaky link
And
here.
so that you don't know what a sneaky link is. You can at me if you want me to be your
Somebody
sneaky link.
sneaky link me out of here.
What kind of sausage do you like?
Oh,
What's your favorite type of meat?
oh.
I'll serve it up to you raw.
Oh my God.
Raw?
To raw sausage.
To raw sausage.
Damn.
That's a raw sausage.
Raw sausage.
Raw sausage.
Jesus.
Wow. Okay, that was excellent. Let's
Butter
see.
toast.
Let's see how I can follow that. Oh, I don't even know if I got a full round. A toast to MT. Okay.
That's all right.
And I'm going to take this opportunity. MT, one of the few people at New Rockstars that has not been on an episode of the Breakroom, though we'd love to get him on here one day. And I quickly, before I toast to MT, I want to toast to everybody that's appeared on the Breakroom. And we've had a lot of special guests or recurring guests. I'm talking about your Erica Wusus, your Tom Michelsons, your Angelica Treys, your Whitney Van Lanninghams, your Philip Molinas, Eric Voss on at least one occasion. 2 occasions.
Anna Vanston's been on the show.
Anna Vanson, yes, wonderful. And probably a couple
Tom
of...
Michelson? Did we say
I did
that?
mention Tom.
Did you say Hank?
Hank the dog, Bubba the dog.
Bubba the dog.
And
The
then
late John Costa was on the show.
the late John Costa.
Sam for doing all the drawings.
Yes, and that I wanted to do a quick shout out to the folks behind the scenes that help us make this show. Samantha, who works in the office, almost anytime you see art on this show, especially anything that's drawn on a whiteboard, Samantha does an awesome job at that and is super helpful in a lot of ways behind the scenes. And then other folks that work in New Rockstars like Patty and Riley and Philip and lots of other folks help us out in a ton of ways. We really appreciate all of them. And then I want to shout out the mods who are doing the Lord's work in the chat. I'm talking about Chrissy, Mezzo, Frey Girl. There's probably a couple other mods I'm forgetting.
Cody.
Thank you.
Koi. People are wanting us to shut up.
Oh, and I
Koi.
forgot to
Koi.
mention Coy's
I
super
would
special
never
guest.
thank Coy ever
Oh.
in my life.
Koi,
I
Whitney.
refuse, and you can tell him I said that.
This is Coy
Okay.
replacement.
Okay, wow. The partial toast to Coy, who I'm cool with, but apparently has done something to wrong Jessica. But we appreciate all of you. We appreciate everybody that's always in the chat. Jordan Torin just said, been watching you guys from the beginning. We really appreciate that. I think one thing we've discovered here on the show is the fun community that this show has built.
Yes.
The dumb jokes, the ponies in the chat, the
Bony ponies in the chat.
the bony ponies in the chat,
Booty
all the
beads in
things
the chat.
that we punish the mods by having to filter out all the awful
my
things that we
gosh.
ask the chat to say all the
Yeah.
time. We appreciate all of you. And so thank you for making this weird, fun little experiment so successful. And to our brother in arms, MT, we love you. You are the nerd daddy to all of our nerd babies. And we'd love to get you on the show sometime very soon. Thank you for everything you do, MT.
Hey.
Huzzah! Don't let the door, and to all you trash bags, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you.
That's
okay?
right. When you're tucking yourselves in your bins tonight.
Dodson, do you want to do a speech?
Yes, let's do
Spin that
one.
wheel. And then also
Spin the
give that
wheel.
a champagne.
Spin
drink.
the wheel.
I love spinning this wheel anyways.
This is somehow less sweet than actual champagne.
It's not over yet.
Spin it
Oh,
again.
spin it again.
Put
It's
some.
another toast to MT. He's had his flowers.
Someone rigged the wheel.
In Australia.
Oh!
Or
man.
you
Have
can do
fun.
an Australian accent, or you can toast the good people of Australia.
Oh,
Forced to
Lord.
watch this show upside
no.
down
Y'all are about to hear me
in
try
that
to do.
in that Australian.
You better do this toast backwards.
Oh yeah, or upside down. Yeah. Okay. Australian crocodile hunter. Okay.
Crocodile hunter.
Crikey, mate. I can't tell you how appreciative I am of all you people in the chat here every single day, just giving all your money and super chats and your polls and everything here. I don't appreciate all the weird comments that I have to block. Some of you need therapy. Just gonna say that right there.
That's
Good
fair.
thing we're sponsored by it.
Yeah, thank you to all of our I'm losing it now. Crikey, thank you to all of our mods. We already talked about them earlier before, but I wanted to make sure that I shouted them out right here before Mezzo, Cody, all of you guys there, and thank you for tuning into the break room every day. Crikey!
Norway, what a toast.
What's up,
I'm so
Ray?
jealous.
Don't be a
Tommy can barely
Tommy's
handle
like,
it.
that was supposed to be fun. Tommy, it's okay. Honey.
Also, yeah, for the folks that noticed, Tommy is wearing Buffalo Bills Zubaz.
Yeah.
That is correct.
He didn't put them on. When the Bills won last night, his body instantly creates them.
Yes, these are just my leg
Like a
hairs.
cocoon.
He's like a Buffalo Bills satyr. He's Bills
right.
from the waist down.
That's right. Well, Dodson,
okay.
we thank you as well. We
Yes,
cheers to
thank
you.
you.
Thank you for everything you do.
Thanks, guys.
Me.
We've got just a bit more time left.
We should.
We do want to make some Andor predictions, but we're going to do things a little differently this year. This season. I have seen Andor.
Oh, let me get the dice.
Not all of it, but I have seen a few episodes, so it wouldn't be fair for me to make predictions as I, presumably should know what's on the show. Now, I have no short-term memory due to years of helmet-to-helmet hits on the football field, so, once in a while I can draw a memory. But how we're going to do it this year is you guys are going to draft a character from an episode, or in this case, 3 episodes, and the first 3 episodes which premiere tonight. And then I'm going to have a scale. I have a system that is like, this is based on, do they do something noble? Do they do something treacherous? Do they actually kill someone? Do they kiss someone? Do they say something Star Wars-y? All of those things, your character will get a score by me revealed tomorrow on the show after the episodes. Okay. So, I've got 4 characters from the first 3 episodes for you guys to draft from. I've got Cassian Andor himself. I've got Bix, the frisky junkyard owner with a secret past. I've got Cyril Karn, the police officer, private security officer, who's just trying to make his way up the ranks, but maybe is a little too overzealous. And then I've got Marva Andor, who is played by the lovely Fiona Shaw. Look for my interview with her coming out sometime on this channel. That is kind of the motherly figure to the people of this area.
And she's related to Cassian?
Yes.
Am I taking that by her last name?
She's a surrogate mother figure to him.
Oh, okay.
So, now, roll the dice to see who gets to draft first.
And again, Tommy has seen these episodes. None of us have.
Yes.
So we are both trying to draft these characters based on what our guest. Ooh, a 4 from Brandon. Okay, it's a 6-sided dice, and he's already got a 4. Okay. Jessica's got a 5. Okay. Well,
Okay, you got to roll a 6.
not looking good.
You got to roll a 6.
Not looking good for me. Booty beads. Here we go. And
A 4.
Okay.
All right, we got to get a re-roll.
Okay, Brandon and I for second place here. A 2.
2.
You're gonna get a 1.
4. All right.
4's all day.
Jessica, Brandon, Zach. All right, Jessica, who would you like to draft first?
Would I choose one of the characters?
Oh my God, I just spent 10 minutes explaining that. I'm just kidding, yes.
I like the junkyard person.
All right, you get Bix.
Bix.
Good pick. All right.
I mean, I gotta go Cassian Andor.
His name's in the title.
I gotta
Yeah,
go
his name's in the
Cassian
title, all right.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I would have gone Andor. I would have gone Cassian myself too. But you know what? Love Fiona Shaw, talented actress.
Yeah.
Apparently Tommy really had some chemistry with her in their interview. It was palpable. They might be meeting up in person. We don't know. So I'm gonna go Marva.
I like that. All right, Cyril Karn, suck it. Now I'll take Karn as my. I'll be playing as the house.
No,
Karn will be my character.
Okay. And you're going to do this every week where you're going to take the one
I'll
undrafted
take the one that
character.
does not get picked,
Okay.
and that'll be mine. Now,
Did
before.
you take a good pick?
Huh?
Did you get a good pick?
Oh, yeah. I got some sneaky links. Now, this is how we're going to finish this off. Okay. You guys are each going to give me a line of dialogue from your character.
Easy.
And if that line is even remotely said in their episodes, you will get some bonus points. So give me a Bix line, Jessica.
He's a junkyard person.
She is a junkyard
She's
person.
a junkyard person.
Yeah.
No, not that droid.
Okay.
Nice.
Great.
Okay. And I thought the Empire was bad.
Great.
That's what Andor's going to say.
I like that.
Okay, and then I'm gonna say Marva's gonna go. That ain't no moon.
Whoa!
I should have gone so.
I love it. Now,
And we do know we have a short up the She-Hulk fantasy scores.
Yeah.
We'll do that tomorrow before
Tomorrow,
we put in our She-Hulk
we'll be getting our
predictions.
predictions
There's
in.
a lot of fantasy going on right now, a lot of predictions that got to be made.
Don't you worry.
But we'll shore all that up tomorrow
Yes.
for sure. And
Now.
we'll get it clear.
we're about wrapping up now,
Yeah.
but we've got a few more songs. to
Yeah, I
sing.
want to
say,
shout
I think
out
there's
Trash
one more.
Bag. I appreciate you, Trash Bag, because you changed your YouTube screen name to Trash Bag. Bear Trap 124, Nimbus Galleon, Ein Kolkohan. You have a beautiful name. I have no idea how to pronounce it, Ein, but that's my best attempt. Thank you to everybody that's been super chatting today.
Yeah.
Tommy, there's a song that needs to be heard.
Yeah, I think there's a few, but I mean, I'll sing mine real
You
quick.
hit one.
I found this in a box labeled Freaky Philip and the Midnight Thrusters.
Okay.
Wait, say one more time.
Freaky Philip and the Midnight Thrusters.
I haven't heard them, but I think I
Okay.
learned them already.
Wow.
Thrust.
Oh, maybe.
There used to be a show called Breakroom that streamed at 3. You became the trash bags that disgusted me. Fun remains the segment that's mandatory. But did you know that when they go,
What?
I set up my bed and go Z? Baby!
Oh, we got there.
I've been sleeping here at the office since early last May.
Wait,
Ooh,
wait a second.
sometimes I hear a guy breaking in and say, hey, now that you know where I snooze, I've nothing to lose. Can I keep all the super chats on today's show? Wow.
Wow. And that was by Freaky Philip and the Midnight Thrusters.
Yeah.
Wow. I think since
spit out my drink at
since
that
this
time.
is our 100 show,
Yeah.
we should take a quick look. You might not know. Maybe you just joined today. Maybe you came in around show 69.
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
Nice.
Nice.
But maybe you wonder how it all began, and you could easily look on YouTube, but you haven't, because the playlist is long at this point. Let's show you a little clip of how this show began from our very first show where we went live.
Oh no.
Sing a little song like there might not be music, but there's music. Or so I've been told.
We never.
Hello and welcome back to the Break Room, or maybe welcome to the Break Room for the first time. This is a new show we're doing here daily on New Rock Stars, right here on the YouTube channel. We're gonna keep you updated about what's going on in nerd news from our very own Break Room. Yes, we are live, coming to you from our Break Room.
Do we just twist it?
Oh.
Hey!
Okay.
The way our system is set up.
Oh, and
That
we've
was-
got
oh
it.
no! Look at that! Look how far we've come.
It's got habanero
Looks
peppers
like
on it.
we've
'cause we
made
hate
it.
ourselves.
The decoration on the cake is little peppers in honor of all the times we've debased our own mouths by eating
And
spicy
that's that.
things.
Exactly. no?
And then we've got some champagne, some really powerful champagne poppers that we'll be exploding here in a
Yes.
moment.
You guys know I love these things.
Again, we've got big plans for the next 100 episodes of Break Room. If you like it already, it's going to get better. If you hate it already, well, it'll get better.
And by the way, if you hate
only
it,
go
keep
from there.
watching because
I
you're
know.
obsessed with
I know.
us.
Also, if you made it into 62 minutes of the show and you hate the show, hey, I guess thanks.
hating it.
Says
Hit
more
like,
about you.
hit like on this video if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already on this video. We'd extra appreciate it. With that said,
We're gonna give it more depth.
what should our final salute here be?
Gucci
You gotta
I
sing
think
Gary Oldman, right?
Gucci
Yeah.
to Moochie?
Oh,
Or
and you
Gucci
have to
Moochie.
sing Gary Oldman.
I think on the count of 3, Gary Oldman to take us out.
Well, does anybody remember the lyrics?
No, I think just one.
I think you hit it at Gary Oldman.
Okay, we'll just shout
Right.
Gary Oldman on 3. Okay, thank you, everybody.
Thank you. 1, 2, 3. Gary Oldman. Here we go again. Oh, yeah. Let's all getting on the cake. Gary Oldman.
Well,
Here we go again. Bye, bye. Hey!